Hi, thanks so much for being here again. As I mentioned in last night's video, I am a card writer, a letter writer, a greeting card giver. Always have been, always will be, something about being a child of the 80s. However, I want to update my storage system. I have them all lined up with Rhyme or Reason in this basket, but it's just not serving me as much as I'd like it to anymore. And I used to have like taller cardstock dividers, but a long time ago they got damaged in one of my moves, and so I'm going to be creating my own today. I have this dresser desk next to my desk where my son does his homeschool, and these drawers are available. So on this side I have empties. We just got this desk for $4 about a month ago, and it has served a purpose beautifully. And now I'm going to use this space to be cutting this bright paper with very unprofessional measurements, and we're just gonna hack at it and see if we can make this look efficient. And already perfect. I'm so excited. So I'm going to section these into about 5 different compartments, using my first cutout as a template for the rest of them and just cutting them all in one fell swoop. I do have a scrapbook slicer that would have worked really well, but these kid scissors from the homeschool room are just fine. And I'm going to label them each accordingly. So I cut each of my dividers to be a little bit bigger than the average card size. So as I am organizing them in advance, knowing which sections go where, based on how I had them in my basket, I'm going to put them back inside now that I have the colors, and now I'm also going to start labeling them according to the sections. So here's where I'm debating, do I want to do like letter stickers or different colors, and I landed on literally just a black Crayola marker, and here I'm just checking to make sure that this one is sharp and not dead. Okay, section 1 in blue will be the blank cards and general thinking of you. Yellow is going to be thank you cards and friendship cards. Orange will be sympathy, get well cards, and encouragement. Green will be birthdays, and pink will be events and holidays. Sliding those in, this is so satisfying. I fully recognize that this could look a lot more streamlined and organized if it was white or more professional papers, or even with a label maker. But I first and foremost use what I have on hand at all times, and then I really try to only invest in things that I know are going to benefit me for multiple purposes. So this is what it is, and that's okay with me. I don't mind being a little makeshift. It works, there's a flow, and I'm okay with that. So I tidied up and put away all of my craft supplies, and then used this basket to go upstairs to my secretary unit in the living room, where I have a whole bunch of other backup cards. Right now they've kind of been divided out between these 2 areas. And as you see in the living room, we are actively working on a major Lego project that will be in an upcoming video. I mentioned it in last night's video as well. First and foremost, sorting into like with like, and I want to take a moment to show off some of my Grammy's homemade thank you cards. She was a beautiful pressed flower artist, and one of her dearest lifelong friends, Peggy Perez of the Wren's Nest Cottage out in California, was also a pressed flower artist, and that is something of hers. It also has a vintage doily and a vintage brooch with it. I think it's the neatest thing. Okay, I've sorted these into piles. This is just envelopes. Those are going to go up here. I also have my boxed sets and personalized stationery. The rest is going to go down here. I've got Grammys going into the thank you section. I've got a bunch of blanks that'll go up front, several friendship cards, those will go in their section, and a handful of birthday cards. The last is going to be the one from Peggy, and that's going to go in friendship as well until I can figure out something to do with it. And these I actually made alongside Grammy. I painted them, another one of the many crafts that I have picked up over the years. Okay, now that that's done, it has inspired me. I'm going to sit down and start writing out the greeting cards that I'm sending out this week to a few different friends for a few different reasons. And also I want to remind you guys that I got this new address book thrifting recently. I'm going to update it from this Winnie the Pooh one I've had since I was a kid. I hope all of this inspires you to send a letter to someone you love. Have a wonderful day.